If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from SoFi. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. First and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Foye Oluokun.
So you work all week on your opening script, Mike, and what happens? Well, that opening script is going to have to wait until your second possession. The defense comes out with a big stop early. They get the interception, and now it's the opposing team going out looking to take this early lead.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. They'll run with the rookie from Auburn. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. That's Bud Dupree in there to make the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. A return now from the 4. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a play fake. Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. And he's out of bounds. Mark him down right at the 10-yard line. That is a big play for L.A. That's a gain of 72 yards. Up the middle, here's Jones. Marked down at the 6. They run it once more with Jones. And he will get into the end zone. Velus Jones. Touchdown, L.A. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers move out to a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Here's 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Right back to him on 1st down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll get it down to the 12. And And that'll give them a new set of downs from in close.
It's the game of six. And the Jaguars first down.
They'll stay on the ground. And they'll get this only to about the 10. Second down and 8. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Lawrence now on second down. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, it's a little bit different now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack. And we're still here in the first quarter.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Herbert now on 1st down. Downfield is caught by Brown. That one good for 29.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
1 quarter in the books. The Chargers out to the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Open man is the tight end, Disley. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Herbert. To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Pat McConkey. Touchdown, Chargers. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. This pass is caught by Thomas. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
In motion comes Thomas. On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Here's a run going left. He'll get about 2. Justin Avoidby in there on the stop. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Now a run on 1st down. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end stream. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Once again, it's Etienne. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Jaguars. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is not going to work. It's incomplete. Trying to tie the game with a two-point conversion, but unable to do so. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A huge play just before the half. 35 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Herbert to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Chargers 17, Jaguars 12.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Justin Avoigbe in there on the stop. Now second down throw for Lawrence. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. That one intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Herbert to throw on 2nd down. This one finds McConkey. And he will go all the way. Leonard McConkey. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. Point after now from Dicker. It's up and good. And the Chargers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They go play action for Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. But sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Catch made right side by Thomas. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Lawrence now. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
In this coverage breakdown, Mike, it's just completely unacceptable. You come out in dime defense. What that means is you have 6 defensive backs and only 1 linebacker most often. So for the offense to find an open receiver with that much space to operate, you just have to imagine there was some sort of breakdown in communication and execution because he had a lot of room to operate, and that defensive coordinator is not happy.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll run it here with Etienne. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Second down, Lawrence. To the goal line and in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. Backed up because of the penalty, but no matter. The extra point is good. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On play action, it's Herbert. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21 at the 10-yard line.
On play action now, Herbert. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. And that changes things. Out of bounds inside the 40. A big play after being backed up. 53 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. On the draw, here's Jones. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
I don't mind the play call, Mike. We've seen him on this possession have a lot of success through the air. So now you try to change it up and think the defense is selling out to stop the pass. Just try to sneak a draw in there. Not much luck. They're able to take him down for a loss.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll look underneath here for Jones. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. This is caught at the 2. And he will score. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, L.A.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now here's Lawrence. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And he gets this to the 40. That's about a yard short of the 1st down, so we'll have 3rd down coming up.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was brought down by Jaguars Jones. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Now a play fake. Herbert to the left side. Catch made by McConkey. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Now Herbert again. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Foye Aluakon. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Lawrence. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while, make them defend the run, and let's get our offense back on track.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. He's got the hook up downfield with McConkey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the 4th quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
Play action now. It's Herbert. He'll complete that to his fullback. is in. Touchdown, Chargers. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Dicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
A first down throw for Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now Lawrence. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. That's caught! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 53 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Duvernay in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown, Jaguars. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 7th and 8.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
37-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. This is Jones. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. They face second down and 7. On the ground now with Jones. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. Talk things over before third down. They try and run for the first down with Jones.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.